press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back to your social science class. Today we are going to begin a new chapter, that is the union government. Okay, we will deal with, this is under your political science. So this is the second lesson we are dealing with in political science after we have finished our constitution. Now what are you going to study in this chapter is, you are going to study the upper house and the lower house, that is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. How is it formed? Who are its members? How many years do they stay or their term of office? What qualifications they should have? What should be their age and what are their duties? Then you will study how the president is elected and how you have to qualify to become the president of India. Then following him you will study the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's functions. So what can the Prime Minister do and what he cannot be doing, and how he must function, what are his qualifications, of what age you should be, how many years can he stay in office. Okay, so all that you will be studying about the Prime Minister. Now if you have not forgotten, in our constitution, in the preamble, we learnt about certain words that are sovereign, socialist, republic, secular, democratic. These 5 words are discussed. Go back now. This lesson is in page 58. Go back to page 49 and see the preamble of the constitution there. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, republic, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens. So you can see those words. Those words are the basis for this lesson. Now we have a federal system, okay, a federal kind of government. There is another kind that is unitary. Understand this word. Unitary and federal. We are federal. Okay. Unitary is, there is only one central government. Why are we apart from it? Because each state has its own government. Okay. Center is ruling, but states also have their power. State governments have their power. So we are federal. Okay. Whereas unitary is only one. The entire government rules the entire, one government rules the entire country. Okay. Now England, France, these countries have the unitary system, whereas the United States of America and India, we have a federal system, okay, federal system of government. Now federal system is, there is one central government, and then it is divided into various other state governments. Now we have a Karnataka government, okay, the Maharashtra government, Tamil Nadu government. So these are state governments. State governments also have their power. They have their own authority. Central has its own authority. So if you have seen, even if in the center a certain party has won, okay, let's take it as ABC party and DEF party, okay, ABC party and DEF party. ABC party is ruling in the center, okay, ABC party has won and ruled in the center, but in the state DEF party has won. DEF party rules in the state. So we don't have like, okay, if ABC has won, all states will have ABC. No, we don't have like that. What do we have? If ABC has won in the center, DEF, if it wins in the state, now if central government is ABC our Karnataka government is DEF, DEF party can rule in the state. Their rule can happen. So, okay, this is how we have a federal system of government. Okay. Now, India is a union of states, that is clubbing of all these states. We are divided. We need different states. And it's a union. What is the meaning of union? Coming close, coming together. How are we coming together? States are forming together to become the center. Alright? Okay. Now the powers are divided between state and the center differently. But central government has more powers in terms of emergencies or in terms of anything that has to be passed on. Okay, central has more powers. If you look at that in terms of divisions of powers, central has more power. State has its own power. Especially central has more powers in terms of unity in the nation, security of the nations or national emergencies that have to be announced. Okay, now if you see this pandemic that is going on, the states are doing their best. The states are working on their own, but the center is giving its guidelines, isn't it? Center is telling people, okay, this is the phase of lockdown. Now, this is the best example for you, okay? Now, we were all under lockdown, isn't it? In March. It began in March. Who announced it? The center announced it. States had to follow. Okay, states had their own way of dealing with the situation. Everybody arranged their own ways into the center, yes, state. But the center gave its rule saying that this is phase 1, this is phase 2, this is unlock 1, unlock 2. And then finally when it came to a last stage, it said states can take your own decision. Earlier who did it? The center did it. So this is a national emergency that is there, okay? Because everybody was affected, not only one state. If it was one state, it was manageable. But it is here, it's all the states are affected. People are moving in and around. People are coming inside India, people are going outside India. Within the states, people were stranded during March. If you've seen, the migrants were stranded there. Because it was a sudden decision that happened and unplanned one. But as times are coming, the states are taking their roles and states can decide on their decisions. Okay. Now it gives its duties or its exercises its powers through the 3 levels, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. What is legislature? Those who make laws. Executives are members who take those laws and execute them. Judiciary is the court, okay, the judicial system. So through the 3 main sectors or 3 main phases, they exercise their powers. That is the legislative, executive and the legislature, executive and the judiciary. So legislature is where people make laws. Executive is where people implement those laws, okay, executing those laws. Judiciary is the courts. If anything goes wrong with these, the courts take over and handle the situation. So today we will study the union legislature. Okay, union legislature. Now we have a parliamentary form of government. There is the ruling party, there is the opposition, okay. People are elected into the Rajya Sabha, into the Lok Sabha. That is how we have a legislature that is called as the parliament. When I was studying in school, we had this we had this parliament of the school, okay. It was a school cabinet, school SPL, ASPL, the ministers, okay. And this was the parliament that we had. And we had two teams, the ruling party and the opposition, okay. I belonged to the ruling one and I was one of the ministers in school. So we were in 10th standard that time. And we used to meet like this, okay, just like how it's happening in the country, okay, we used to meet, but discuss what? Discuss the affairs of the school. And our school, my school gave me an overview of what a parliament is through this ruling and the opposition party. And the day we sat together, the opposition would pick out points as to what the ruling party didn't do. And the ruling party had to justify back to them. To whom? To the opposition, along with the principal sitting, okay, principal and our teachers sitting, who would then moderate the sessions for us. So, our headmistress used to, she used to moderate it, she used to take on and manage the things, okay, just like the speaker in the Lok Sabha, okay, she used to manage the things there and then allow for a discussion of the opposition and the ruling party. The ruling party used to sit in one side, okay, and the opposition just opposite them, and that's how the discussion went. So I just remembered when we said parliament. In a school cabinet it happens, okay, it functions, a parliament functions at the school level also. In my school we did it. Then, now Article 79 gives for the creation of this parliament. So Article 79 gives provision to create the parliament, okay. Now parliament consists of two houses. That is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, two houses of the parliament. Which are there? Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Which article gives provision to make to form the parliament? Article 79. Okay. So today we'll move on again into the, first we'll move into the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha, okay. This is the upper house. It's also called as the upper house or the house of elders. Just a second. Okay. So it has two names. Upper house or house of elders. Two names for the Rajya Sabha, upper house or house of what? House of elders. Alright, this is Rajya Sabha. Now, number of seats in Rajya Sabha are 250 seats. 250 seats in Rajya Sabha. In that, 238 are elected by the state assemblies. State assemblies and union territories. So 238 are elected, okay. Then remaining 12 of them are experts in, okay, 250 minus 238, 12, okay. 12 of them are experts who are elected. Not elected, experts who are nominated, okay, by the president of the country. So 250 are the seats in the Rajya Sabha, 250 members are can make their positions there. Out of that, 238 are elected from the state assemblies and the union territories, whereas 12 of them are experts nominated by the president. Okay, there's a difference between elected and nominated. Now, If you see at the school level, I give you the example of my school because I don't know the functioning. Various schools function variously, okay? If I have to give you an example of my school, there were members who were elected, okay? The SPL, the school pupil leader, or the ASPL, assistant school pupil leader. They stand for the post. They get elected. We have elections, okay? We have a ballot paper to put and elections take place. Every school has a cabinet. Elections take place. So they are elected. Now there will be one or two members who are nominated. That is the headmistress or the headmaster picks them up and joins them with the cabinet. They are nominated. In the college level also it happens the same. The college president is elected. Student union president is elected. Okay, you will have to stand for election, and if you get elected, you are elected. Then there are two chosen by the principal of the college, 2 or 3 members who are nominated by the principal, and they form into the ruling party of the college. Okay, so same way here, 12 of them who are experts in literature, art, music, okay, science, social work, in different fields, they are nominated by the President of India. So this house is House of Elders, or the upper house, the Rajya Sabha. So how many seats? 250 seats. 238 are elected by the state assemblies and the union territories. 12 of them are nominated by the President, who are expert in various fields. Now we will see term of office. Term of office, okay? Now the Rajya Sabha is a permanent body, it's a permanent constituted body, and like the Lok Sabha, it doesn't get dissolved, okay, doesn't get closed down. But here, even though it's a permanent one, term is 6 years for a member. Term is 6 years for a member, and 1/3 of the members, okay, 1/3 of its members, they retire on the completion of the 6th year. 1/3 of the members retire when they complete 6 years in office, okay. Now, see, term is 6 years, okay. 1/3 of the members are retiring when they complete the 6th year. Now it is like this, see, understand this, every 2nd year the members are retiring. Every 2nd year meaning, see, now you think there are 10 people, okay, 1 to 10. In that, 5 people will resign this year, 2020, 5 people will resign. So how many have to be filled back again? To fill in their position, 5 more people have to be elected. So 5 more people who are elected, their 6 years starts from this year. So 2020 to 2026, okay, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, sorry. So on 20, if you catch 20, 25. So that 5 members. Next year 5 members or 6 members will resign, and their year starts from 2021. So 2021 meaning 2026 they will retire. So every 2nd year there are people who retire, people who resign, or retire, I am sorry, not resign. They can resign if they don't want to function in the Rajya Sabha, but retirement or their term of office is 6 years. So every 2nd year, when 5 go, 5 fill in. When 5 fill in, their year starts from that particular time when they have joined there, and then it goes forward. So the next year another 5 members are retiring, and then again their 6 years starts from when they joined. So it's like that. So every 2nd year they retire. Now in their place, when they retire, in their place different members are elected. So if any member doesn't wish to continue, doesn't want to continue in the Rajya Sabha, they are free to resign. Now what is the qualification to become a member of the Rajya Sabha? What is the qualification to become the member of the Rajya Sabha? Okay. First one is you should be the citizen of India. Second one is you should not be less than 30 years. That means you should be above 30 years. Okay, so none of us can become the member of the Rajya Sabha now. So we shouldn't be more than, less than 30 years, but we should be more than 30 years. And we should not have any punishment. Okay, we should have not got any punishment by the law. We should not be imprisoned. Okay, no punishment. Now we should not be declared by the court of law that person's mind is not fine, not of an unsound mind. Okay, person should be of a sound mind. That is, he must be able to think and function properly. Okay, so people who have a little difficulties with their mental faculties, then it is difficult for them to become this member. You should not be declared a person with disabilities of your mental faculties, but you should be a person who is fit and fine or with your mind too. Now, and they should possess a certain qualifications from time to time, whichever the Rajya Sabha says. Just like, see, if I give you an example, if you want to get into science or something, you'll have to clear your NEET, okay, JEE. So these are entrance exams that are there. Or if you want to get into any college, there are entrance exams. So that is one kind of qualification you have to go forward. You will have to qualify to go forward. So Rajya Sabha also has certain qualifications. From time to time, you will have to update yourself into it. Now, the Vice President is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Vice President of the country is the chairman. Okay, chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Then the deputy chairman is chosen from one of the members of, how many members out of 250? One will become the deputy chairman to assist the chairman. Just like in the school, SPL, ASPL, or president, vice president. Okay, or leader and assistant leader, something like that. Different schools have different names. We had SPL and ASPL. Okay, school pupil leader and assistant school pupil leader. So vice president becomes the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and one of the members is elected from the members of 250 to become the deputy chairman. Now 10% of the members, 1/10 of the members have to be present. That is 25, at least the minimum of 25 members should be present for the Rajya Sabha to function. Whichever sessions they have, the Rajya Sabha meets twice in a year. Okay, when they meet twice in a year, at least 25 members should be present to conduct that meeting. Now you think you have called for a meeting of 50 people and only 5 come. Will it be possible to discuss 50 and 5? So 45 have not come. Okay, at least 25 come. Okay, you will know, okay, at least half of them have come. So same way Rajya Sabha also functions, saying that at least 25, 10% of the members should be there, so that we can function better, we can have our sessions. So this is Rajya Sabha. Now we will go to Lok Sabha, or the lower house, or the house of people. Lok, okay, Lok, you understand the Hindi term log and lok, okay, sublok, okay, Lok Sabha. This is the lower house or the house of people. Lower house or the house of people is the Lok Sabha. Now these members are directly elected by the people. Okay, we elect them and then they go and represent us there. So that is why it's called as the House of People, because people are electing them. Okay. Whereas in the Rajya Sabha, who elects? The representatives elect. Okay. Here people elect and the representatives become a member of the Lok Sabha. Now seats here are 545. Don't confuse the seats. There it is 250. Here it is 545. In that 543 members are elected by the people. 543 are elected by the people, whereas 2 are Anglo-Indians. Two are Anglo-Indians who are nominated by the president. So there are 12 are nominated. Here how many are nominated? 2 are nominated. Out of 545, 543 are elected by the people, whereas 2 are Anglo-Indians. Okay, Anglo-Indians and mixed. Okay, Anglo-Indians, 2 are nominated by whom? By the President of India. All right. Now 79 seats are for scheduled caste. In this 79 seats are for SCs, scheduled caste, and 41 are reserved for STs, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Okay, 79 for the SCs, scheduled caste, 41 for the STs, okay, scheduled tribes. All right. So this is how 545 members are there. Okay, remember these numbers: 545, 543, 79 and 41. 2 are Anglo-Indians. Okay, then okay. Now term of office is 5 years. There it is 6 years. Here it is how many years? 5 years. Okay. Now if the Prime Minister recommends, or if the Prime Minister tells the President to dissolve the Lok Sabha, on the recommendation, or if the Prime Minister has a word with the President has the right to dissolve or finish or complete the Lok Sabha. Okay. Now in case of if the Lok Sabha is a term of 5 years, isn't it? Every 5 years there is a new one. Now if in the end of the 5th year, if there is an emergency, a national emergency, then a term, 1 more year can be extended to the Lok Sabha. That will become the 6th year, only in terms of emergencies, national emergencies. So what is the qualification is? Again, you have to be a citizen of India. You must not be less than 25 years. Okay, so should be above 25 years of age. And you should not hold any office which makes money apart from under the government. Okay, so you should not be a part of another sector which is also owned by the government. Again, you should be a person with a sound mind. Okay, all your mental faculties should be functioning properly. Then you should not be punished under law at any time. Then you should be having qualifications as and when the Lok Sabha tells you. Qualifications, certain qualifications of the Lok Sabha. Now if you go to your TV, there is a channel, okay, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Go and watch it. I know nobody watches it, but you will see a proper functioning of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha in the TV. There are channels there. Just number 1 or 2 somewhere, when the DD channel comes, just next to DD, okay, when the government channels are there, just see that and see at least for 15 minutes you see that. Okay, how the Rajya Sabha functions and how the Lok Sabha functions. This is your homework for today. Go and check the channel, it is there. in case you don't find in the cable TV, okay, I am not talking about the dish TVs, I am talking about the cable TV. In the cable TV it is there. I know most of the houses don't have cable TVs now. Tata Sky and all, you won't find it. Dish TVs you won't find it. In cable TVs it is there. Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, there are channels there. If you don't have that, go to the internet and just look up to the YouTube and see the videos of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Then you will get a clear picture of how they function. So if you do it today, you can relate it to the lesson. If you do it 1 week ahead, you will forget what has happened here. So get in sync with what you are doing, alright. So with this I will stop here, students, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Next we will move on to in the next class of the speaker, opposition and functions of the parliament, and then we will move ahead. It is not a big lesson as such, quite moderate. We can take it slowly and wind up, okay. Today I want you to go back and see those channels and read, first read and then see it, okay. So this is your homework. Thank you students for listening. We shall meet soon in the next class.